just listen to the album and talk about it a little bit. Obviously, I got the tour variant. I'll tell you this first, too. So, right after the show, right after we said goodbye, I ran to the merch table immediately, and I got the blueberry slushy variant, and the dude had it from the wall. It was on little clips on the wall, and he got it off the wall. And I don't know if it was the last one or what the deal was. This is the one from the wall at Charleston.
Damn, yeah, that was probably the last one that they had, because it's a tour vinyl. You know, they can't sell all of them. They have a whole tour to make these last through. So
black, magenta, clear, I think it says on the hype.
Beautiful.
Do you have a favorite from kind of the looks of it? I want to pull up a tab and see the different variants.
From looks of it, Blind Size Brain. That one is just so cool to have a vinyl made in honor of a character that's being introduced for the first time.
Might be the one I'm trying to decide which one I like the best. Magenta Brain? Say what? I know it's hard to pick favorites, like favorite kids. Another thing I noticed with the little dots is they almost look like space, and it almost looks like the pink fills in the space rather than the dots themselves because it's clear, and I love that. That truly is like that pink brain. Look at that. Clear. Because I love splatter. I own a lot of splatters. But there's something really cool about it being clear splatter. I don't even know how to describe it. Cloudy, clear. Reminds me of the tour variant of Vaxis 2. Did you ever snag that one?
Yes. And then they also did a prize fighter, the Ghostly Green, which is very similar to that as well.
I almost want to call it marbly, but it's got that wispiness.
Yeah, it's like wavy. It's like a wavy splatter.
Which was exactly what the Vaxis 2 one was. Did that video, you probably saw all the Vaxis 2 variants.
I love doing these shootout videos. Oh, Vaxis. I have all 6 pressings, excluding the one Revolver one that's basically...
That was early on the channel, but ended up keeping this one. I just think it sounds the best and looks the coolest, man. Do you have a favorite Vaxis 2 variant, too?
That is hard. I did like the tour variant. The tour variant was really cool. But I was going through them because I actually got all the variants signed in Augusta. So I was like, I actually just went through all of them. So I kind of like the Marmalade Glow. That one was a surprising one to me too, how much I ended up appreciating it. And then for that one, because it's blue on the cover, the translucent blue pressings match it really.
Definitely. You know, that was probably my least favorite sounding one. If that's the electric blue, is that the same as the electric blue? It sounded like it was electrified in a like it was touched an electrical outlet type of situation. In sound, looked amazing, and it was awesome. There was indie exclusive, and you were able to get it. But yeah, I was a little sad about that. The vinyl variants too.
So you know, shameless plug. If you go over to the Goddamn Gazzette, Yeah, you go over to the Goddamn Gazzette, you scroll down to...
on Twitter or
April
where?
4th.
Instagram?
Instagram, Blue Sky, X,
Yeah.
Facebook, April 4th.
I'm calling it Twitter. Fuck Elon.
You know what? Valid. The only dead naming that's low-key valid.
Yeah, dude, I haven't even seen your interview with Travis Stever. God, I'm so behind.
Ooh.
Dude.
I hope you like it.
Yes. Did they post the Josh Breaks Down Welcome Home? Is that posted yet?
Yeah.
I'm so behind. That stuff, that's so great. Is it you? It's pretty much you who does it all? Do you have a team? Dude, it looks like a team.
No, everything is me for GDG. I with All Things Coheed, it was a team effort, and there were so many people that put in so much work. And when we did this, I wanted to do something that was like purely information based and like just getting information out there in a way that wasn't like, oh my gosh, you have to do this now. It was like, here's just like a recap of all these things. No FOMO. It's just like, here it is, presented for you.
And it really does. I love it. I love the grassroots indie feel of just like what you're doing. I think it's so important too. And again, it's like why I want to showcase all this stuff. So let's talk. Oh, dude, heck yeah. Okay, I found the image. Let's talk the vinyl variants. Let's overview this. Do you remember when it dropped? I remember seeing the drop day and I went crazy. I was trying to snag them all.
Yeah.
I haven't even opened this one. This is the olive green, the joke.
I like the black and...
That one?
Yeah, that one is so sick. It matches the background of the cover with the bats and the dark blue. That's the one.
Yeah, it is. I put it in the nice sleeve. I'm like, I'm keeping that one. Yeah, so that dropped. I moved across the country.
300-something records. Doesn't look that bad like this, right?
Vaxis 3 finally drops. We do a podcast. We're talking about it. That's what I'm remembering. Then this drops.
Okay. So at first I was like, damn, this is a lot of variants. And yeah, it's 9. You know, like that is a decent amount. However, they made the perfect pressing amounts for each. Everybody that wanted one got one. If they didn't get one, you know, it was months later, and also it was still available in the UK store. So there were people that were like, you know, giving me flack personally about getting all the variants, and I was like, listen, I get one of each, and you know, you wanted the the magenta black splatter swirl, you wanted the blindside Sunny's brain. Here's the UK link. You're gonna have to pay a little bit more for shipping, but there's also signed bundles available. So if you wanted to get the UK magenta, the blindside Sunny's brain, and the black and magenta swirl, you could get that and get a signed print while you're at it for reasonably priced. So, you know, they had these options available, and they were working really hard to get it to people that were in these markets, like Canada, like overseas, like Australia. And they had retailer exclusives for overseas as well. So, like, it shows that they cared about the international fans with this. I think this was a really good rollout. You know, really, as always, there's problems with the box set. It happens. It's with every Coheed box set. So, yeah. But in terms of just vinyl, I no complaints. Tour pressings were there first day of the tour. I mean, what more can you ask for?
And I got it off the rack at the merch store. Like, thank you, whatever his name is. You probably know the guy. You've been to the merch table who gave it to me. It was like the main guy, a little bit older. I want to say maybe
Sean.
40s or 50s. Okay. There, you shout out to Sean for giving the one off the wall. Just because I don't even care if it was the last one or if they didn't even have any. I wouldn't have been like super disappointed. I would have been sad. Okay, I would have been sad. But he gave me the one off the wall. If it was the last one, I just appreciate it. It was so cool. I threw in a hat. I got the shirt. I got, obviously, the coffee, which I drank all the way to the bottom, dude. There's nothing left in this cup. And it's so great. They have been rolling stuff out well. Equal Vision or whoever, it's a combination. They got international distributors and all this stuff. I want to talk about the color variations a little bit because it's interesting to me.
People had already ordered the silver and just kept their orders. Like, oh, well, you know, I'm going to be getting the variant anyway. And then the silver started to show up. That was the last one I got in because they didn't, originally it was supposed to be an HMV exclusive.
Yeah.
And I guess this was one hiccup. And then in the official Discord, they're like, actually, this is not going to be a pressing that's coming out. It's going to be the Coke bottle green is going to be the international press.
Yes, I see that in your picture.
So then it was like, okay, this was just a communication error. So the silver does exist.
Oh, that's sick.
Right, like it is a solid silver, but like not really.
See the whisk, it's almost like a ripple, but I had a ripple of Dillinger Escape Plan Record Store Day exclusive. And dude, the ripple vinyl, they're speaking my name. Silver ripple literally looks like the cover, almost like so bright. I'm gonna sound stupid, but literally this swirl on the cover, like exploding, yeah. And this little ripples like the aftermath, like shock waves that go out, dude.
Before when we were talking about the colors and why they specifically used these colors, there's a clash between different kinds of keywork energy in the story. The red Aeon Star virus, infected energy, and the blue keywork energy as we know. The Aeon Star energy is defeated by entities which come through, and there's a lot at play in terms of the colors that they use just for the pressings. Clearly Blindside's brain and the shadow lifters, you know, being the darkness and everything, for the magenta and black swirl, and then the tricolor. Yeah, there's so much going on with the ones that they chose to press.
for people who like to collect things that match across like a trilogy like Vaxis. First of all, we already talked, Magenta Blindsides Brain literally looks like tour exclusive Vaxis 2. Is there a Vaxis 1 that it kind of, to have the trifecta, if you wanted like 3 that match, do you think? I'm looking up the variants as we speak.
You could do, for Vaxis 1, you could do the Tiger's Eye, which is like a yellow.
Yep, had that one. So sick.
And then you could do the Red Smoke to kind of match with, and then the True Ugly is the UK exclusive one. It's kind of like a green translucent, dark green translucent. And then there's the Unheavenly colorway, which is the gray, pink, and yellow.
So, okay, I'm looking at the red too. The red's cool. You could do tricolor for Vaxis 3 because it's tri, and then you go back Vaxis 1 and do the 3 different colors, and then Vaxis 2, the blue orange swirl. I think that because you're bringing in, you have the 3 people on the cover, the mom and the dad, right, the baby, and then you have the kind of the mix of the 2, almost like Vaxis coming into the world, and then you have Vaxis 1. Am I completely reading into this a lot? Because that would...
No, that is really good. Because he's orange on the cover. He's illuminated in orange from House Docs or Head Docs when you unfold the whole poster.
Yes.
So that actually fits really well.
Yes.
Oh, here we go.
Are you talking about this, or are you talking about this side?
The other side, yeah. So at the bottom, underneath Vaxis, that's Head Docs. It's like the main antagonist from the Houses of Star Supremacy. So the fact that and the Seed, which is the ship where Vaxis awakens, is behind him, or he awakens on the Rixen Freckle, but really it's due to the events from the Seed. The orange and blue pressing, that's the one, I think, for this.
Dude. Y'all are all welcome for this free vinyl advice from Devin and Mark. I'll talk a little bit about the pressing sound quality since we're talking about the variants. I don't think you can go wrong collecting any of these. It's so cool. They really put a ton, everything from the 7 inches box set, everything they've done. And if there are specific weird stuff, I'm sure you'll see people talking about it, or you'll hear me kind of critiquing it or whatever. But dude, these sound great. The only one that was weird to me was actually that magenta black swirl. I don't know why, but I have a vinyl dub of it, like I recorded it, because magenta black swirl. It still has good dynamics and stuff. I'm just doing a quick little vinyl shootout for it because I got rid of it, unfortunately. But it's good dynamics. To me, as I'm listening to it with you, I'm listening to Tricolor, I've listened to Tour, and I've listened to Pink. All great. They all kind of have their unique story. They all kind of match the colorways and the color story. They all tell an interesting, amazing, and now I'm rambling, so I'll probably...
Do you have the names of the new variants?
There are new variants? Wait.
Oh, there's 4, yeah.
I guess we have to talk about that too.
Four new entities, 4 new variants.
It's hard to believe it was May. So when did this album come out too?
It was like March 14th.
Literally, it's been from early this year. Now it's October. Dropped over the weekend, the deluxe. Complete and total surprise. Was it a surprise to you too?
Yeah, I had no idea this was coming. There's 4 new variants. The purple optic distortion, and that is completely sold out on their website.
I'm looking at I got the sold out one, purple optic distortion. That one's sick. I've kind of themed my wall after that one. I didn't even know that one existed. That's very like Jimi Hendrix.
There's the Quintillion Blue, which is the other D2C variant. That's on there.
That would match perfectly with the Vaxis 2 Blue.
Well, then there's a nebula colored one, and that's going to be just the standard retail variant. And then there's the indie exclusive Ruby White Wave.
Oh, let me see these.
If you go to the Goddamn Gazzette, scroll back a couple issues.
Vaxis 3 New Entities Edition. Yeah, okay, there's the blue and the purple. Ruby White. Why does it look red? Ruby White. Is that just the mock-up?
There's like a very faint like white swirl effect, but I think the purple distortion and the nebula
That is perfect.
favorites.
The Nebula too blends perfectly as far as color, but the purple optic, I've never seen him do a color like the purple optic before.
Never like a crazy marbling like that with purple. That's like a very LS Dunes colorway.
I love that. Instead of Omni Voice, side 4 will contain 4 new tracks, then 4 new tracks. That's so cool. It's almost like the Omni Voice was trying to tell us, if anything else, it was just like, there's supposed to be something here. Get ready. Just keep waiting. And then we have 4 songs.
That's so sick.
And the new version of the record releases on October 3rd. Deluxe box set purchasers will get downloads, and they're limited to 1,700. Man, they're selling out 1,700 of that Purple Distortion on a deluxe. That's awesome, because it's that cool. That's why it's so cool to collect this stuff. We really need some reissues too. Do you have any dream reissues or represses or remasters or anything kind of top priority for your Coheed collection?
Well, Revolver just did that massive drop where they reissued, repressed with all new variants and like a box set of collectors, blah, blah, blah.
I did see that, and I was this close, dude. I was this close. It looked cool.
I know. So I really think at this point it's Year of the Black Rainbow. And then the Afterman. I mean, what a better time to repress the Afterman when you're introducing new entities back into the fold. And then maybe for 10 years of The Color Before the Sun, we get like a 10-year pressing.
Yes, dude. I know how much we both love that one. My question is with the Revolver, so it's out of stock. Here's my issue with it, and you probably had the same issue. It's not complete. That was my first thing. I've listened to the OG second stage. I've listened to In Keeping. I love the orange. I'm pulling it up now. The red Good Apollo does look awesome. That does look awesome. And then the blue with the etching of that. I'm just looking at it going, would I buy these individually and would I buy them together? And I think that was my issue. Now, like you said, like Afterman, if it had stuff like that, I probably would have just said, you know what? If they're just pressing a complete Coheed thing, I'm getting it. I think most of us would, even if it was like $1,000, we would do it. Easy.
So like the second stage one is sick. It's like a green and yellow thing with black splatter, and the other ones are just like solid colors, which is fine. But this is the Claudio Kilgannon storyline, is what they're doing in this little box set. They've got to be doing a Vaxis box set at some point. Is kind of where I'm gearing towards.
It reminds me, I pulled it up, the second stage Revolver. It's like these two, but squished.
Absolutely.
There we go. Yeah, I've been really curating my collection lately, and I've kept Magenta Brain. Got rid of my tour variant. I loved it. I loved the story, but I just love this one even more. And I even like... do I like this one more than the Deluxe? It makes me want to go out and get that Purple Haze variant more than this.
Well, if it helps you justify, that record doesn't have the new entities, and then the other record won't have the Omni Voice, so you need one of each.
You do. You do. I love that they do that to us. They make us say, you need them. You don't know that you need them, but you need them. It's so cool. Yes, so we need more.
Love, hate.
And we do need more. It's just, no one could have predicted like the vinyl surge. So many of the stories and situations that we documented with all the vinyl reissues. You're doing I'm telling you, like, you are the guy when it comes to documenting just the stuff you're doing with Goddamn Gazzette with this band. But the fact you've been able to trace and track and know this stuff, you're literally a walking, living document in library of this. And it makes it fun to go through and collect and find stuff and share with people what's available so that there's something for everybody. Just like you said with the Vaxis 3 pressings in general, there is a pressing for everybody. They really did a good job of this rollout. They're feeding us well. They're not doing FOMO, and they're not doing a deluxe where it's like so many artists have done that, where it's like I just paid $50 for this, but now I have to get this. You can literally get both, and you can pick your price, and they have differences. It's just so cool. I love the way they're doing it. I don't have any notes.
And they're not punishing box set purchasers. They're like, hey, you know what? You already spent an absurd amount of money on this thing. Here's the downloads for free. And it's not like you can't listen to it unless you buy the vinyl. Unlike the Omni Voice, it's like, okay, yeah, these are just available for free on streaming. Actually, here's 2 lyric videos so you can get to know these songs a little better. It's like, yeah, I mean, the deluxe editions have always been a part of music. You know, the re-releasing a record to get more sales, you know, within a calendar year for the charts.
It's just show
almost
business,
an industry
baby.
standard. Yeah, it is what it is, and it's not.
It's the life of a show girl, but y'all wouldn't know about that, and you're never gonna wanna.
So
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Listen, I've still yet to listen, but I eventually.
You're never gonna wanna. But then, obviously, there's so many great variants. At least it was in stock and available for fans. We didn't have a redo of what was the situation with Second Stage Turbine Blade. We talked about that. That was insane.
I want to be delicate how I approach this topic today. So I want to start by saying, what the heck? We saw it the last couple of years with no end in sight, months and months and months, year or more of waiting.
We didn't have that.
But we got a couple other pressings like in between all of this. We got Second Stage, we got No World, and then we got In Keeping Secrets. And then there's also just been restocks of Good Apollo, just the standards. But this year is the 10th year anniversary of The Color Before the Sun, 20-year anniversary of Good Apollo. Afterman is coming back into the fold conceptually, so like they have potential to do more.
It's time for Afterman, right? They don't have like any other than the OGs.
No, same thing through the Black Rainbow. I mean, there's the initial runs. There's the bootlegs that are flying around, and we talked about it. It's bootlegs are bootlegs.
Yeah. But that shows you the demand. I mean, I love my lavender RSD of In Keeping. And I will say, like, you may remember I was talking crap about In Keeping. Not talking crap, but I was like, it's like B tier or something in comparison to other Coheed. I got some flack for that. That was my whole thing. Dude, I've listened to it some more. Of course, I've seen it live now, one time. We talked about that in the podcast about in Second Stage. It grows on you. Even if you don't like it at the moment, it's not like your favorite thing. People need to sit with this stuff, and I really need to sit with Vaxis 3. That might be a perfect segue into kind of spinning Vaxis 3. You want to give it a spin and just kind of talk about it, maybe give general thoughts just as much as we can get, as far as we can get?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Is this about to be a mistake? I'm drinking the bottom of the French press Coheed.
It's going to be a little chewy.